In the quiet hours of the night, when the world is asleep and only the fluorescent lights of a hospital keep the darkness at bay, something happened. Something that would leave an entire town shaken, families broken, and an unsolved mystery that still haunts the corridors of St. Emery's Medical Center. 3 young nurses, 1 night shift, and a vanishing act no one can explain. This is the story of the 3 missing girls at the hospital during their night shift. Title card appears, "The 3 missing girls at the hospital during their night shift. They were best friends. Newly hired nurses just months out of training. Amelia Ross, 24, energetic and ambitious. Dana Michaels, 23, soft-spoken and thoughtful. And Leah Grant, 25, the oldest of the group, protective, calm under pressure. They were inseparable, working the night shift together at St. Emery's, a small hospital in the rural town of Edgewater, Illinois. The hospital itself was over a century old. Built in 1911, it had once been a tuberculosis sanatorium. Rumors whispered of spirits, shadowy figures in the halls, but to the girls it was just work. Until October 3, 2022, the night they vanished. That night started like any other. The girls clocked in at 7 p.m. sharp. Surveillance footage shows them laughing as they entered the staff locker room. Amelia had brought homemade cookies. Dana was on her phone, likely texting her boyfriend. Leah, ever the professional, checked the patient charts on her tablet. By 8 p.m., they had split up to check on different wings of the hospital. At 8:46 p.m., Amelia was seen speaking to an elderly patient in room 214. At 9:02 p.m., Dana was seen on the 3rd floor restocking the supply closet. Leah was logged into the hospital's computer system in the ICU at 9:15 p.m. After that, nothing. No one saw them again. At 11:30 p.m., nurse supervisor Janet Kirkpatrick did her routine walkthrough. She noticed something strange. The nurses' station was empty. That wasn't unusual in itself, but their pagers and personal phones were left behind, sitting on the counter. By 12:15 a.m., Janet began to worry. She called security. The hospital was searched room by room. Patients were asked if they'd seen anything. Some claimed they saw the girls earlier. Others reported hearing odd noises, doors creaking, faint cries in the distance, even footsteps when no one was around. By 2 a.m., the police were called. Detective Marcus O'Neill was the first on the scene. He had dealt with missing persons cases before, but this one was different. The girls had disappeared inside a hospital, during a live shift, with no one entering or exiting the building unaccounted for. The surveillance footage was reviewed again. It showed the girls walking into the hospital, but not a single frame of them leaving. Even more bizarre, at 10:07 p.m., every camera in Wing C, which included the ICU and upper stairwell, briefly glitched. Static for exactly 7 seconds. After that, Amelia, Dana, and Leah were gone. As the investigation deepened, more unsettling details emerged. In room 314, a patient suffering from dementia claimed she saw a tall man in black standing behind Dana, whispering in her ear. When asked to describe him, she said, "His face was blurry, like it wasn't finished yet." A janitor reported finding strange smears on the floor near the subbasement entrance. Not blood, something dark, sticky, almost tar-like. When investigators tested it, the substance couldn't be identified. Then came the discovery that changed the tone of the case. In the hospital's long-forgotten psych ward, abandoned since the late 80s, officers found a nurse's shoe. It was Amelia's, torn, covered in dust, and oddly warm to the touch. Locals always believed St. Emery's was cursed. The hospital's founder, Dr. Isaac Crane, was known for his unorthodox treatments. Rumors claimed he performed secret experiments on patients in the basement, particularly young women. Some believed the spirits of his victims still roamed the halls. In 1956, a nurse named Evelyn Hart vanished during her night shift. In 1974, a med student reported being dragged down a hallway by an unseen force. No one believed him. He left town and never returned. Could the disappearances of Amelia, Dana, and Leah be part of the same cycle? The investigation ran cold. No fingerprints, no bodies, no signs of forced entry or struggle. The families were devastated. Leah's mother still sits outside the hospital every Sunday, waiting, hoping. Dana's father refuses to speak to the media. Amelia's brother launched a website to crowdsource theories. Some believe it was human trafficking. Others say it was supernatural. And a few blame the hospital itself. After 6 months, the case was officially closed. The 3 nurses were declared legally deceased. But the town of Edgewater has never moved on. 1 year later, a new intern named Lily Mendez discovered something chilling. While going through old patient files, she found a voice recording dated October 3, 2022, never cataloged in the system. It's just under 30 seconds long. In it, a woman is heard whispering, frantically, "If you find this, we're still here. Don't trust the elevator. It's not the same after midnight. And if he talks to you, don't answer. He can only get in if you answer." The file was traced to a recorder in the old psych ward. But when authorities went to check, it was gone. The halls of St. Emery's remain open. Nurses come and go. Patients are treated and discharged. But those who work the night shift tell stories. Stories of laughter echoing down empty hallways, of footsteps in abandoned wings, and the faint scent of Amelia's vanilla perfume lingering in the air. The case remains one of the most baffling unsolved disappearances in Illinois history. 3 girls walked into work that night. They were never seen again. And maybe, just maybe, they never left.